best friends got each other's back. We used to cruise around with a bass to the max. Everyone in school while I was in the lab, cooking up some beats that would turn into tracks. High school chillin', I was on a mission. I had bigger dreams of being a musician. Teachers always talked but I couldn't seem to listen. I lived in a fantasy land, they called it fiction. But I was gonna be big one day, playing shows on the road to a sold out stage. Nobody really cared or believed I would make it anywhere close, I would fail and fade. But that's cool, I love that, cause any little doubt gives me energy back. And now, I'm in a place where I'm glad I never gave up on the dreams I had. And big dreams lead to big things, and big swings lead to big rings. Championships or the big screen, anyone who did anything took a big swing. And big dreams lead to big things, and big swings lead to big rings. Championships or the big screen, anyone who did anything took a big swing. Yeah, let's go. So if you want something big, you gotta swing fast, swing hard and commit. You might miss 10 times, but when you hit, just make sure that you get all of it, okay? People at the top took risks. Investing and testing is all that they did. It's not complicated, it just takes grit. So never give up, take a swing at it. And big dreams lead to big things, and big swings lead to big rings. Championships or the big screen, anyone who did anything took a big swing. And big dreams lead to big things, and big swings lead to big rings. Championships or the big screen, anyone who did anything took a big swing.
Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to the Pick and Roll Podcast, episode number 70. Now I'm here with the great Coach Ed Gladney. How you doing, Coach, before we get right into it?
Yo, I'm good, man. Just taking it one day at a time. That's all you can do. What about you? How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I had a pretty productive day. I had a dentist appointment. I had my personal trainer come over. So I had a very productive day today. So very, very nice. Love those kinds of days. And yes, Blaze, 99 more shows. 99 more. And Blaze is already on the countdown. So, yeah. So let's get this started because last night a lot of stuff broke during the Celtics and Cavs game. First off, Rudy Gobert wins the Defensive Player of the Year again for the fourth time. Tell me your thoughts about this, Coach.
I mean, I get it. And, he has worked hard and he is one of the top defenders in the league. I know most people are probably tired of seeing him, but, I mean, he does so much in the game as opposed to on the offensive end, defense, playing good defense, block shots, adjusting shots. Most people don't realize that's a big factor. You're adjusting shots and you're forcing the offensive player, you're hurting their average and not allowing them to score points. So, and then also the defensive rebounding. So, I mean, I do understand why it's deserved. So, but I also understand the other side where people are tired of it. So, you want to see someone else for a change. But, look, for other people to win it, you got to step up and produce.
Yep. And honestly, when you look at the stats between Victor Wembanyama and Rudy Gobert, Wembanyama leaps and bounds over Rudy Gobert. So people are like, he should have got it too. But then it's like that's where the politics come into play and all that.
Mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm,
it's just
mm-hmm.
like I think Wembenyama should have got it. Honestly, I think he should have got it. What is up, man? What is up? Thank you for stopping by, bro.
Yeah, I didn't see enough of him to this
Right,
year to really get a good gauge. I mean, like you said, you're talking stats. I look at as a coach, I look at the game itself.
right.
Stats can be misleading.
Mhm.
So people put in the wrong stats. Hey, I've done stats and put in the wrong stuff before accidentally. So I get it. So, but the film, the game itself doesn't lie to you.
It doesn't. Eye test. I go a lot about the eye test, but I do study the stats every single day
Mm-hmm,
because it's
mm-hmm,
what I love to do. I love this
mm-hmm.
game basketball. I keep up with the days, keep up with the teams. I just love basketball. So that's what I do. And Wembenyama's just been a freak of nature this entire year. So
Mm-hmm.
for me, I'm just like, he should have got another thing to make history as being a rookie of the year and defensive player of the year. And,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
and Pat Bev, yeah. Did you hear about that?
Well, I know, I know about throwing the basketball incident. I just hadn't heard anything
Yeah.
specifically. So,
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm just like there. Jamal Murray's more in trouble than Pat Bev. We're going to get
mm-hmm,
into that shortly.
mm-hmm.
What is up, William? What is up? Mitch, who do you think the Sixers should bring back next year? All right. Kelly
Tobias
Oubre.
Harris. Tobias Harris.
All right. Kelly Oubre is one. Tyrese Maxey is two. Nico Batum is three. Cameron Payne is four. And those are my top four. You can go Melton, but Melton has been too injured, and I can't trust him, even though I'm a huge fan of his, but he's never available. So for me, those are the top four.
No
Top four.
Joel Embiid.
Joel Embiid is already extended.
Well, isn't Maxey under contract?
Maxey is getting extended this year.
Oh, okay.
Joel Embiid is good. So, yeah. And yes, Arku. Yep, Arku. Yeah. We're not gonna get into that. I don't have all day for this. I don't have all day. So, yeah. And then Jamal Murray getting fined 100K for what he did. I'm about to pull up the tweet now. Like, what's your thoughts on this, Josh?
I don't like it, personally speaking. I mean, I get where people were saying, well, he didn't, he didn't, Cat didn't step on it, but first and foremost, it's more that's coming out is what I heard is he was actually throwing it at the referee. So that means and you missed the referee. And he also threw a towel the first time, which someone went and grabbed, and then he threw that. So, that's way more. You're trying to hit the referee, possibly hurt the referee. That goes out on the court. Cat could have, and Karl Anthony Towns could have stepped on it. Better yet, what about one of your own teammates? What about one of your own teammates stepping on it and getting hurt? You are a leader in that organization. You are supposed to be professional. No matter what goes on the game, and I get the emotions. We all get there. You want to yell, get a technical, okay. But once you cross that line, I have issues with it, man. He should have been suspended. I'm sorry. Those who say, oh, no, he's a superstar, he has an obligation to be there for his teammates and not act in that manner. So, people want to kill LeBron for when he jumped up on the court or whatever the case may be. And you know what? It was babyish. But this is worse. This is 1,000 times worse to me because you're possibly hurting someone, number one. You're trying to hit a referee, whether you agree with the referee's calls or not. You did it twice. You threw a towel the first time, and then you threw the heating pad. No. And then you want to fine him $100,000? Commissioner Stern, NBA, what are you doing? What are you doing? What about the integrity of the game? I'm sorry, for me, I'm going to be honest. It takes away from my enjoyment of watching the game. I mean, now it's like, you know what? Do I really want to waste my time and energy because it could go to a level that, is thuggish in a sense?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, going out on the court in the streets and you see stuff like that, that's different. You're mentally prepared for it and you're not all the way. But the NBA, for me, Nah, I can't. In 100K, and this man is making that's like finding somebody $1 or $5, and they're making $100,000 a year. Sorry.
Right. And I agree with you 1000%. He should have been suspended. This reminds me of the guy, Dante Porter, who got suspended or
Exactly.
banned for gambling.
Mhm.
Like I said during that episode, you guys can go back and watch it.
Mhm.
I said he's basically a no-name. When you talk about these like bigger names like Jamal Murray, Kevin Durant, and all these guys, they don't ban them. They don't suspend them at all. It's very terrible for the league as a whole. And I love this game. I study
Mhm.
this game every single day. So when I
Mhm.
see stuff like this, I'm like, something has to be fixed. And
Mhm.
I'm just going to say this. The referees have not been the best throughout this entire offseason for every single team. I get that. Some things need to be fixed, but this is unexcusable. 100K, that is a lot of money. But for these
Mhm.
guys, it's like, hey, here's 100K. Okay.
Exactly.
It's just like,
Exactly.
it doesn't lay down the. Hey, I called it.
Mhm. You did. You did.
I couldn't help it. If I don't listen, I'm good. But when I listen, I get real hyped and I'm like, well, I was just doing something here. If you look over here, there's my old chair.
Oh,
And here's my new chair. Yay.
what kind of chair is it?
I don't know, but it was expensive as shit. And it has a little leg thing that comes out at the bottom so I could recline, put my legs up.
So you can be
Mhm.
my height when you recline.
Most importantly, lower back support and neck support, because I'm in this chair so long and I actually bent the fuck out of one of these arms of my old one. So I needed a new one. So thank you to my members out there and everybody helped me pay for it.
Oh wow, that is so
Fucking sweet.
awesome! Thank you all for
Um,
everybody. Thank
First, well, I did miss a couple things, but first and foremost, Wemby got robbed. That's my opinion. Gobert is great. Gobert is great. We know he can do it. And I don't want to lean all the way on the stats, but there was a big difference in the stats, in my opinion. And I think that I'm okay either way. I mean, those two are the two best defensive players, man. There's no doubt. And Gobert's already won 3 now. He's up with the elite. That's his 4th one. He's tied with the most ever. So you got to consider him now one of the best defensive players of all time.
Mhm.
you do.
Wemby will get his.
Mhm.
But I don't know. To me, and you're talking about the eye test earlier, if you put stats aren't going to tell the whole story for me.
Oh,
Mhm.
I will agree with Coach kind of on that one. But there is a big difference in some of the stats when you look between the two, if you're going to compare, one-on-one. However, if you put 2 highlight shows next to each other and let me watch a 5 highlight defensive on Gobert and 5-minute highlight on Wemby, I don't think there'd be a question. I mean, Gobert's done some fabulous shit this year, but Wemby's out of this world. I mean, he is something new that we have not seen before.
I agree.
I don't have a problem with it either way, to be honest.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Like I said, I haven't really studied Wemby. I've seen him only when he plays the Knicks, and a couple of times if they showed him on TNT. But
Same.
yeah,
Highlights, but
yeah.
the highlights are like jaw-dropping. It's not like, oh, look at this guy hit 10 threes or something. It was like, I've never seen anybody do this sham god swim move, spin left hand. I'm like, that's crazy. The one time where he fakes a guy in the air and then sneaks in a double. I mean, I'm talking offensive shit, but defensively now we're seeing, and this is Minnesota without the defensive player of the year did that to the world champs the other night. So
correct. And,
take note.
Shout out to
Anthony Edwards naming a lot more recently.
And shout out to Rios. Shout out to Rios. His favorite player won Rookie of the Year.
He's got to come around sooner or later. I mean, Rios, I get it. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to compare it to something that I would like. If there's a big rookie coming out next year and the Ravens get him instead of the Steelers or something. So I kind of understand where he's coming from to not like him, but the dude's an alien.
Yeah. Shout out to my guys, Big Blue in the Bronx. Shout out to you. Have fun tonight.
Wemby's logo is actually an alien, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's got the basketball with the alien in it. Love it.
Yeah. And then
what else did I miss?
Jamal Murray getting fined $100K for what he did.
Yeah, I watched one of the shows on TV where they were talking about, and they were comparing it to other things that people have did to get suspensions or fines.
Yes.
Once I saw, my first thing was, and I'm a Kentucky guy, Jamal Murray, love him. I think he's one of my favorites, but that is totally uncalled for. You don't do that.
Yeah.
Let's go back to my favorite word when we're talking about the best athletes in the world: professional.
Yeah.
Be a professional.
Correct.
Sure, emotions take over when you're on the court and stuff, and you'll show it. When you're on the bench, be professional.
Get a T. Get a T. Yell at the referee and get a T.
Yeah. What if Karl Anthony Towns would have stepped on that heat pack and broke his leg or tore an ACL?
Yeah.
Then you have to suspend. You got to take Jamal Murray out the playoffs for the rest of the year if that happened.
How about one of his teammates? If they were walking around there and they stepped on it. Now you hurt your own teammate and you're hurting your team.
Plus his teammates on the bench. If I was sitting next to Jamal Murray, I would smack him in the back of his fucking head. I don't care if I'm fourth string or a manager. What are you doing? We're in the playoffs, dude. It's the end of the game.
Blaze. He did it twice. He threw a towel, and it was
towel and
intended. And see, the thing is, even more egregious. It was intended for the referee.
Yeah.
So you're saying you have no respect for the referee. You can disagree with them. They're people. They have a job to do. They make bad calls. We all know that. But you still have to respect them. They are the authority out there on the court.
Yeah, they're not going anywhere. And
Exactly.
I've talked about this how many times, Mitch, have we talked about referees in every sport?
Yeah.
Two things you should not complain about, but I get why they do. Injuries and referees, because you can't change them.
You got to
Sure,
go
you
to
can
halftime about that one.
You can influence referees. And like you guys were just talking about when I came on, if you are that upper echelon of people, you will get more calls than others. I think 100 grand was a good statement for Jamal Murray for people to say, don't do that, but he should have been at least one game. It should have been a game. I mean, if you're going to make a statement to don't do that shit, make it like, holy crap, he's out 2 games in the playoffs and 100 grand. That would make people never do it again.
Exactly what I said earlier. Remember with Jonte Porter,
About all the
banned?
Porters. I feel bad for Michael Porter's family. 6 years for his one brother.
Yeah.
In prison. The other 2, I mean, his whole
Banned
family.
from the NBA. Exactly my point.
Think about this. If you guys got 2, I don't know if you guys have siblings or not, but say you guys have 2 brothers. Say you both have 2 brothers.
Yeah.
And that happens. You're in the NBA. You're a pro. And all this other shit is going on in your family, your personal life, your loved ones. I give him a lot of props. Hopefully he can put that away and go be a professional and go play. You know what I mean? Because that's got to be tough. That's got to be tough when your family's falling apart on the outside.
The reason I bring that up, I said it to Coach earlier, he's basically no offense to him, but he's a no-name. When you put him up against like Jamal Murray's of the world, Kevin Durant's of the world, LeBron James's, it's like those names are not going to get suspended or banned or whatever.
But that's the problem, bro.
But that's exactly my point. Yeah.
But it would have sent a better message. I agree. If he would have lost a game.
Oh,
1 or 2.
Yeah. And the Timberwolves are up 2-0.
You made a good point. You made a good point, Blaze, too, when you said the 100K is okay, because I just thought about it. That might be contractually obligated. So I'd have to see what's the maximum penalty. If 100 grand is the maximum, then it is what it is in terms of the fine. But the suspension is what, because when you suspend them, they also lose a game pay. So it adds on to it. So
that's true too. Now I didn't see the post game or anything today. Did he apologize? Did Jamal Murray? I mean, that would have been the first thing out of my mouth in a post game, because you had to hear it from coaches and fans and friends. And
I haven't heard anything.
That would have been the first thing out of my mouth in the press conference. I'm sorry.
I forgot about Michael Malone. Thank you.
Yeah.
I forgot all about that. Thank you.
If I was Jamal Murray, I would make a public statement and say, I made a mistake. My emotions got the best of me. I apologize to the referees, to the players, to the fans, and everybody. And that's what he should do.
Yep. I agree.
Hanging out for Logan. Appreciate you guys.
Yep. And you just got a new member. So shout out to
Jay Vulture. Nice. Jay Vulture. He's just renewing his membership, I think.
Oh, cool.
Thanks for the chair.
No, he didn't say I only know because my company was watching. Hey, guys. Blaze, he left the building post game.
See, that's childish. That's not professional again.
And if you want to talk, I'm not going into that. We had a whole thing in the last episode on episode 69. If you want to go watch that, go watch that. We're 99 episodes away.
And you can hear my LeBron rant too.
That's exactly what I was going after. Mitchell Robinson is out for the playoffs.
Coach, that's got to be you first.
It goes
Just
back
one.
to Adam Silver again because I that was part of my what I tweeted on Twitter, X, whatever you guys want to call it.
I call it Twitter.
Twix.
This has to be because of the action. And I know you guys are Sixers fans, but I'm sorry. That can't be tolerated because that's just someone going up to make a play and you're on the ground and you're pulling them down. And now that's a cause and effect of the injury that Mitchell has. And now he's out for 6 to 8 weeks. I mean,
It was a dirty play. It was a dirty play.
and that's
Whether
my
I'm a
point.
fan of them or not, don't be real. It's a dirty
No,
play. You don't
and,
grab
that, and
someone's leg.
exactly. But that's
Same as
the
you don't
point.
undercut someone when they jump. You don't grab
Exactly.
legs when you're down.
You don't grab legs, and if that was the case, that's why you send that message about suspension.
Yeah.
And this is where, and I get the favoritism, and you don't want the superstars out, but I'm sorry, that sends a bigger message. Where if the players say, well, if they can suspend Joel Embiid, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Jamal Murray, whoever, if you can suspend those upper echelons, everybody else is going to toe the line. Because now this is the exact reason why I was upset with it, because he already had an injury to that ankle, and that means you purposefully went to that's beyond dirty to me. You're trying to possibly injure the man and hurt his career, his livelihood, and I have a problem with that. And now because the commissioner, because you're the head man in charge, you're allowing stuff like this. You know, and that goes back to, it's not as egregious as the Malice in the Palace, but for me, it's starting to get up there. And look, it's not because it's a Knick. I'm gonna be honest. If it would have happened to a Sixer, I would feel the same exact way, because dirty is dirty. Look, I played ball and I did my share of dirty things, but not to maliciously hurt someone. Did I want to get my digs in? Yeah, of course. But I'm not trying to hurt someone where, you know what, they're going to be out for some time. If you want to take them out for the game, like we had a saying, you know what, get a good hit and take them out for the game. That's different, but not to the point where you're trying to hurt them for an extended period of time. You know, but you want to play within the rules of the game. If you're physical within the rules of the game, you take them out. Okay, I could live with that. But when you do things like that, and now Mitchell Robinson is out 6 to 8 weeks, and spare me with, oh, well, he still played. He was labored out there. You could tell he was, and it reoccurred, and it kept going, and he's out there, and that's why he has a stress issue with his ankle. It's a problem. And it's going, for me, it's going to get worse if the commissioner doesn't really rein this in. It's going, because I remember, Blaze, you probably remember this. I remember when Rudy Tomjanovich got cold cocked on the court.
He got choked too.
And he got, exactly.
Was that him? Was that him?
No.
That was a different coach.
That was the Tomjanovich.
Yeah.
This was against the Lakers. He was running out, and I forgot who it was.
I remember that.
James Worthy.
I remember
and
that.
he just totally hit him because he was running at him.
Well, what's that one coach in the NBA just got hurt? This Denver coach or something? He
Yeah,
got
the
hurt because the
Denver
guy fell
coach.
on him. It was an accident,
Yes,
but
it was an
that's
accident.
why you got to be careful.
Exactly. And that's where I have issues with stuff like that. The game does not need that. I'm sorry. It doesn't. And that's why I say, where me, it's taking the enjoyment of watching the game away. It really is. It really is. But you guys got to go ahead.
Go, Blaze.
Oh, you ref haters out there are going to love this one. I say we give the refs more power. Here's why. Here's my story. Back in the day, you pretty much always respected the refs. Most people. And I mean, it was a given. Your coaches, you looked up to, you respected them. Now that they make so much more money than the coaches and stuff, I get that part. Same with the refs. How are you going to respect someone who makes pennies to what you make, and they're just here and you think they're out to get you as a referee, which they may be sometimes, who knows? But I think when it comes to egregious fouls, when it comes to flopping, and when it comes to anything that's out of the ordinary, like Jamal Murray or anything is weird stuff like this, you should get a 3-strike rule. You do a flop, the referee, and this will stop or hinder a lot of flopping. Give the refs more power. You flop, it's going to be on them to determine it. And they're going to say, you know what? That's strike one. You got to go to the bench. You come back in, you do it again, that's strike 2. And if you do it 3 times, then I don't know how they would manage it or anything. But if someone keeps doing that, they should be suspended or fined or whatever. Give the refs more power, so hopefully we'll get a little more respect back to the refs. Are they always right? No. Do they make mistakes? Hell yes, a lot. But they're human beings, and I love the human element. And someone said this earlier on McAfee. I forget who it was, but they said, you know what? It was Mark Messier of all people, hockey. In a 7-game series, no matter what the referees do or say, you should be able to overcome that and win that series if you're good. That's a hell of a point if you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
In a 7-game series, you're going to have bad calls. You're going to have things you disagree with, blah, blah, blah. If you can overlook all that, you should still be able to win regardless of what the refs do. So why not give some respect back to the refs? Do you guys think the NBA players respect the refs?
Some do.
Some do.
Majority.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So do you think it's about 50-50? Some of them don't give a shit about the refs and the others do respect.
No, I honestly think it's more than that because they also know the refs by name. It's just the emotion of the moment when you're out there.
That's
but
fine.
when you're behind the, look, they'll talk to them. Yeah, you may be critical and criticize their, you try not to, but you still, in a sense, you still do. But you're doing that in terms of criticizing their performance. But themselves, you still respect them because if they didn't, they wouldn't even go up and talk to them and whatever. They would always constantly yell at them and curse them out and so on and so forth. But at least you see during sometimes with timeouts, they come up and talk to them. That's
and I'm sure they're friends with some of them. I knew a lot of the refs when I played because you see the same refs over and over here and there. Now, but I mean, overall, I think the disrespect for refs is at an all-time high than it ever has been. It's always been there.
I can see that.
When you're making $50 million and that ref might be making $100,000, you don't respect him as much, no matter what you say. And this is not a perfect science. This is just an idea that popped in my head. So yes, I may be bugging a little bit, but the fact is we need to find a way to stop some of the bullshit. It's not all going to go away. It's not all going to go away. But I remember, wasn't there a flop rule that they had a couple years ago that they started or something? That the referees did have a little power to decide if it was a flop.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought they did.
When have we seen it? To me, DiVincenzo needs to. He flopped big time, and that cost them. That was huge flop. He barely got touched at the end of the game.
But it was the letter of the law. That's the whole thing because they even said with the 2-minute report that
I
was
get
a
it,
foul.
but if that happened in a second quarter, they ain't calling it.
No consistency. No,
That's what I'm talking about. I want consistency.
But now you're saying the flop, but it was still a foul. So did he expand?
That was not a foul. He didn't touch him.
Yes, he did, Blaze.
If he did, it was a great.
He dipped shoulder into. Go back and look at it.
I did. I watched it about 1,000,000 times.
It's
debatable. It's debatable.
Yeah, because
look at all the talk about it. It's obviously debatable because everyone.
No, it's debatable,
about it.
and there are those.
If you want to go to letter of the law, yes, he touched him. It was a foul.
No,
but was
it
it enough to make DiVincenzo? I love DiVincenzo.
No, the flopping, I give you.
He didn't need to do that. But that got the foul.
If you want to say that got the well, you can't say that
got down. If he didn't fall down, that call ain't happening.
Okay.
Look at when the call was made too.
But see,
he's going like this and falling backwards.
But see,
do you think that contact was bad enough to make him fall, Coach? Do you think the contact was bad enough to make him fall like that?
The fall, no.
That's
but
all
see,
I
now,
need to know.
now, there's the time, Blaze, because I go back to when I was taught in high school, and if you move, and the guy, he didn't even have to fall. If he moved out, if you bumped him in a sense, and his trajectory changed, and this is back in the 80s, that was a foul.
But I'm just looking at that call. There's no way the contact was enough to make a grown human being fall like that. It doesn't happen.
Blaze, I'm going to say this, Blaze. Okay, I can bump you, and you could still move and not fall on the ground, and you still get distance and space.
I get it, and they probably teach this shit because you're going to get the call if you make it look good. So now we're actors. So,
I agree with you.
My whole problem is that more than not, I'm not talking about someone who's done it once or twice or every once in a while. I'm talking about someone who seems like they're always trying to get one over on the refs.
DiVincenzo is not one of those players.
No, he's not. But when
So,
it's that
but
point, I understand that part of the
now,
game.
if you want
They
to talk,
won because of that.
You want to talk
basically.
flopping and influencing. What about going through and the swipe of the arms and all of that? That I consider that part of that whole process. So if you're going to go to that magnitude, then you need to include that. And that's guys going through and they're going up and then they're flaring their arms, whatever. And you're like, and we all have seen it. That's not enough based on what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's not enough that they act and they do that, but they draw the foul.
Yeah,
a foul is a foul.
And they're going to get clapped. They're going to get applauded for it. For
how
not
many
even
times have we seen a guy go up and?
Oh, what about this one? I used to do that. You poke someone right in their chest when they shoot, because you're hardly ever going to get that call because the refs ain't going to see it. I can go like this real quick.
No. What I'm saying is when they go up.
No, I know.
When they go up and they just lightly touch the elbow and the referees still call it. The point I'm making, it's still a foul.
Oh, yeah.
We may not like it. We say that's too ticky-tack, but the rule is it's still a foul.
Then
we
call
may
the
not
foul
like it.
and call the flop. That's what I want.
You know what? I could agree with that.
That's where I was going back with that other thing too. If they get to a point, and I don't have the answer to all this, this is just an idea. If the refs can say, listen, there was contact, that's an actual foul according to the book.
Yeah.
However, the actions after the foul were ridiculous.
That's fair.
Go sit on the bench or whatever they do. Whenever they
rule is, I think it's a technical. It's a technical.
Yeah, there's so many of them now that, I mean, if you go back before, like you're talking about old ones, they're harder to tell. Now it's like so obvious. Mitch, can you tell when people are flopping?
Yeah.
We got two of the biggest ones on our team.
Two?
Yeah, Lowry and Embiid.
Oh, I forgot about Lowry. Lowry's gone. He's not coming back.
Yeah, I know. But they're both famous for that shit. I mean, there are.
And then we had the biggest one. Your favorite player.
Yeah, Harden, same thing. I just wish I would go. I'm not thinking of this going away. I know when there's contact, it'd be a foul. I just want less of it. That's all.
No, I get you.
That's all I
agree
want.
with you. I agree with you. There should be rules in place to make sure that it's lessened. But the point is, in terms of that, that's why I say because I get it. The point I was saying, it's a foul. Now, if you want to say he influenced it and you're right. But now, in the same token,
he
during
wasn't
the course
set
of the
for
game,
the screen either. He wasn't completely set for the screen either, so you can call a foul on that when you're moving.
Exactly.
So he was still not completely set. He had his hands here, so it wasn't like he was hitting him or nothing. And it was a graze. He did have contact, so technically, yes, you can call a foul. But as a ref, you think us as regular fans and stuff can see it? You don't think that ref was like, "What the fuck are you throwing your arms out and falling down?"
No, I get you. But, again, it goes both ways. So you're right.
And I know it's part of the game now, too, unfortunately.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So to your point, yes, if you want to take it out, yeah, okay. But
these aren't scrubs doing it. These are the best LeBron. Look at all the players that do these flops. It's some of the best ones because they know they will get those calls.
There was a video where there was a little kid. These were two kids.
I saw it.
Okay, yeah. When I saw it, I was
that's my other problem. It's influencing the kids to do the same thing.
So yes,
if I see
you're
a little
right.
8-year-old do a sham god and shoot threes like crazy, that's dope. Shoot an arrow afterward, do a shimmy, I don't care. But when they're doing that shit, that's my problem because it's not going to get better. It's going to get worse in the future. We're never going to get rid of it completely, but if we can find a way to bring it down a little bit, these kids want to do it. That's ridiculous.
And it goes to like we're talking. RQ is talking about LeBron, but it's every last one of them. I'm sorry, Jalen Brunson. I'm sorry, I love him, but he influences the calls. He does. He bumps the head, and
have we ever seen it called both ways? I don't think so. Foul on the play, but the person that got fouled flopped like an idiot.
It's unprecedented if you do that. But yeah, because the argument is, well, if he flopped, then how could it be a foul? There's always going to be that.
Yeah, I get it. But if there is, I mean, you can go back to the replay. Is what we do now. They go over to the side. They watch a replay. They put the replay on all the screens. They show it to us 5-6 times. So we're watching it in slow motion. And that's another thing we don't think about. The refs don't get a replay right off the bat to make a call. They got to do it in real time. Mm-hmm. So they are the best at what they do, but they do make mistakes. That wasn't a mistake, like you're saying. That was a foul, but it looked ridiculous. And look at all the after effect because of how because it was in the last seconds of a game. Indiana didn't get a chance to try to win. And I'm a Needle fan. They didn't get a shot.
Stop, Blaze.
At the end of the game, they didn't get a shot.
Okay. I get what you're saying and the intent, But because the argument my counter is this, okay, plain and simple. In the fourth quarter, Indiana was up by 9. If we're going to be honest,
the whole game matters. Yes, I'm talking about the last couple seconds.
No, I get what you're saying,
but down to it, you want to try to get that last shot.
I get it, but
I don't think that call's been called ever in NBA history at the last 30 seconds of a game. I don't think that moving screen where there wasn't a ton of contact has ever been called in a playoff game with 11 seconds left.
It may not be consistent, but if we go back and look, because you said in the history of the game,
in the NBA playoffs.
Yes, in the NBA playoffs at the end of the game, we'd have to go back and look throughout history.
No, I'm just guessing.
No, that's why it's like, because you're saying, I'm like,
but if it was prevalent, if it was a big thing that happened in the past, you bet your ass those commentators and stuff, at least the guys the next day would have been saying, you guys remember when this happened and that happened? It was almost the same thing in the NBA playoffs at the end of a game. I can't remember.
I get it.
I don't know all the playoff games, but
no, I get what you're saying. It's just to me, it's just it. And I know everyone's going to say I'm a Knicks homer, whatever. I get it. It's not that. It's if anybody who knows me, I'm about the integrity of sports, period. It doesn't matter if it's my team. I don't care if it's the other team. I don't care if it's two teams I don't watch. I mean, I have no investment or whatever. It's the integrity of the game. And that's the whole thing. And look, you're talking to one who, when I played in college, I would influence getting a hold call. I mean, offensive linemen would grip me right here, and I'd rip through. But what I would do is squeeze my arm, and I would get distance, and I would get holding calls. So I get it. It's always happened. I was taught that. So in trying to influence a call is as it was said to me, and I've always took it's gamesmanship. It's trying to get one up on the opposition. We all do it. Sorry, we all do. Yes, the flopping needs to be curtailed. It needs to be taken out, whether it's in a situation like that, like I talk about guys going through, flailing the arms, the old Reggie Miller kicking the legs. I mean, they try to do it, but, that's still, they don't always still call it, so I get it. It's just,
Well, let's go back to the Mitchell. This is where it started, was the Mitchell Robinson. So let me at least go back to that. What I would say, here's the benefit of having a deep team. Yeah, it sucks that he's out. It sucks how it happened.
Yes.
But we talked about this in preseason. Build your bench, and here's why. Next man up. Mitchell's out, but they have the players where they can.
No, we have it. It's Tibbs.
And
that's different. That's different.
They're not going to fall off very much, like who Earl was saying. Right?
No, Tibbs is just going with a 7-man bench. You still have Burks. Somebody was talking about, what about Jericho Sims? Shake. What's his name? Shakes Milton. Is Shakes Milton? We have guys on the bench now. They haven't had consistent play. But you know what? We have NBA players who can come in and help, and they can give you minutes to give the starters and the key guys rest. That's the biggest thing with Tibbs. So it's not like we don't have a bench. Just Tibbs doesn't use it.
No, you guys have built a team where it's not just 3 or 4 players. It's
exactly.
Couple superstars and great role players all the way through the bench, pretty much.
Yes.
And that's where you're going to see in the playoffs where someone goes down. And I hate to bring up injuries because you can't control them. But when that happens, how do you respond? How do you react? Do you have that second, third string guy that can come in, maybe not do the same thing, but at least fill it up a little bit. And I think you guys do. I don't think you fall off that much at all, losing Mitchell Robinson. Was he there all year?
No, for the most part, no. And then looks, he even played only 10, 11 minutes on Monday.
The Knicks have proved they can do it without one of the pieces to their puzzle.
But the only issue,
even Randall, look, you don't even have arguably beginning of the year your best player.
The only concern is, like I said, Tibbs needs to give guys more rest, because when you move on, it's going to wear them down. And that's always been an argument about Tibbs. And that goes back to Chicago. He plays his starters and his key reserves go 7 deep, and then they wear down and burn out when they in the playoffs in key situations. That's the only concern. But yes, these guys have stepped up. I mean, if you want to talk about Josh Hart, I mean, man, this guy seems to be every daggone game playing the whole daggone game. I've never seen anybody. The closest I might think is Dennis Rodman. When he first was there with Detroit, he was just like the Energizer Bunny. He was just always out there and giving great energy. But Blaze, you tell me, have you seen anybody play the amount of minutes that he does and still is productive?
Who?
Josh Hart.
I'm impressed with him a lot. Just
Yeah.
watching this playoff series alone. I haven't really looked into him before that much. I knew he was a good player. I know the Villanova connection, the Nova Knicks, and all that stuff that you guys got going. And because they have that and they've known each other for so well, it's working. But I have been really impressed by Hart.
Yeah, and no one has played in the amount of minutes like him to this magnitude.
Well, here's how I look at it, Coach. Beginning of the year, Brunson's great. Now he's even greater. Randall was here. Now he's gone. Brunson moved up to a superstar. Now you're losing some of these other players. That guy just stepped up.
Yes.
You know, so now you got those guys stepping up. That's one thing that us Philly fans didn't have. We didn't have someone to fill the spots when someone went out. Our bench did not produce. A lot of other teams had that same issue. That's why beginning of the year, we talked about it ad nauseum to build your bench. To make sure you have role players that can fill if and when someone goes down.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, Mitch. We're going off on a tangent right now,
It's
bro.
all good, bro. It's all
Let's
good.
get back to the show. I love
it's all
talking with
good.
Blaze. I love this with Blaze.
You're good.
That's
You're
why I
good.
always say it's good banter. It's debate. That's what it's all about.
I love it. I love it. And actually, let's go to the West Coast. Darvin Ham just got fired by the LA Lakers. So
I
who do
talked
you
to
think
you
will
yesterday,
take
Mitch.
that?
I think it's JJ Redick.
I don't
That's
think
who's the
it's gonna
first
be
name I
JJ.
heard.
I think he's fine what he's doing. He loves what he's doing. He
Like I
likes to
said-
do multiple things at once.
Did he win a championship when he was a player?
No.
I think he wants to win one as a coach. That's a pretty good opportunity. If you
It is a
start
very
with
good opportunity.
that.
I see it.
So I think
I
he
can
might be a
see it.
lead candidate. I'm not saying he's definitely getting the job. I think he's a lead candidate.
You know who I think they should go after? Budenholzer.
How about this, Coach? You might remember this. You know what I said? Why don't we just do what's going to happen anyway, no matter who the coach is? Make LeBron James the player coach.
because
Just
of
like
league
Magic Johnson back in the
League
day.
rules. League rules. I don't think you are allowed any more player coaches
I know.
anymore.
I just
Oh,
it's
really?
going to be
I
he's
didn't
going to be the
know
coach
that.
anyway. So
Yeah, that goes back to Bill Russell back in the days. I think they changed the rules.
wasn't Magic a player coach in the 80s?
No. He was a player and then he retired. Then he became a coach.
Oh, okay.
So no, he didn't. Trust me, I know Magic. I love me some Magic. So but in terms of Darvin Ham, he's a scapegoat. I'm sorry, he's a scapegoat. He didn't deserve it. I mean, he was 90 and 70 or something to that effect. And Mitch, the reason why I say no to Budenholzer, because where do you think Darvin Ham came from? He was under Budenholzer's tree.
Oh, I
So-
forgot about that.
So
forgot about that.
it's literally, now I understand he won an NBA as a head coach. I mean, a championship as a head coach, but because I said the same thing and I forgot. I think was it Malika or Will? It might have been Wilbon. He said no. Darvin Ham came from under his tree, so I can't see the Lakers going after him.
Ham will
So
get a
it's-
job. I'm not worried about it. I think he's
No,
done
no,
enough to
he's gonna
prove
get
he'll
it.
get a job pretty damn quick on the off season.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Mark, how
I
about
don't know if
Mark
I'd want that.
Jackson?
I don't know.
Mark Jackson,
would
anybody?
love Mark Jackson,
Yeah.
especially
Where
in LA.
is Mark Jackson? What is going on with him?
I-
What
he's-
is it?
Look, I don't normally go for conspiracy theories, and NYG will tell you that. But this one, I have to say, he's blackballed for some reason, and it's a conspiracy against him. And I don't understand why. Is it because of his religious practices and beliefs? I don't know. It's like, he was a good coach. You never have issues from him. You never as a player, never in college, never in the NBA. He was always well respected. I mean, it's. Oh, damn, it caught me for a second. I'm not going to tell you what I thought it said.
Good head.
Oh, no.
Doc gives good. Doc gives good head, huh,
Yes,
Coach?
yes.
I thought I saw that too. I thought I saw that too. That's why I was like,
Well, yes.
Woo!
Oh,
Thank
that's
you,
why I
Wally.
was like,
oh, Wally, I love you, bro.
As soon as you
Oh
said
my
that,
God.
yep, I
Yeah,
can see
it-
Hold on. Pause. There we go. Move on.
yeah, no, that one we got to move on. So,
That's
but
good.
yeah, as far as Mark Jackson, I mean, I'm with you, Mitch. What's going on with him? And Nick, we're working on that right now because I had to take a break for a minute and I'm just getting back into things. So we're just trying to get aligned. But thank you for the support.
Just to let you know, halftime is busy with work, so he's not going to know until Friday, Coach. if
Yeah, I
he's good
spoke
for
to him.
Saturday.
I
Yeah.
spoke to him. No, I basically said, let's just wait till next week, and then let him do what he got to do. Y'all gave me and supported me. I'm doing the same thing, bro.
Yep.
Mitch, who do you think should coach the Lakers? If you were the GM, who do you?
Well, you just said Budenholzer at first.
I said
until I
Budenholzer.
sat there.
If it can't be him, who else would you go out there to try to get? Now think.
So if it can't be him,
It's got to be someone who knows LeBron and can handle him. Number one.
pause.
First and foremost, it has to be because that's his team. Unless he leaves.
Here we go with the pause, man.
Unless he leaves, I didn't say it. That was not a pause either. Anyway.
No,
So, who do you think, Mitch? Where would you go if you're the GM of the Lakers? Who you going?
I want Mark Jackson.
he said Mark Jackson.
Jackson.
Did.
Well, if
mine.
he's missing in action and Budenholzer
Oh,
isn't good, then who's your third choice?
There's so many coaches then to go from there, man. Come
There's so
on.
That's what I'm
many.
thinking. I'm trying to think of people that are LeBron's friends.
I'm
I'm like, let's Carmelo Anthony be the damn coach
No
or something.
disrespect. I get it. I get
How
it.
about Dwayne
Dwayne
Wade?
be the
No,
coach. Yeah, let LeBron do whatever he wants.
Dwayne Wade has ownership in one of the teams. He can't.
I
Yeah.
forgot.
Conflict of
Yeah,
interest.
I was just joking.
So, but here's the thing. Personally, this is where I would say to LeBron. LeBron, I get you. You want a coach that whatever. But we have to also look beyond when you're here. You're probably going to be here 2, maybe 3 years. Maybe. I think Rondo's having too much fun with his kids.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
that is not a job that's going to go in there with no coaching experience. I don't see it happening. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it's LeBron's decision, but for that type of big market, high level job, I would expect someone who's been a coach before.
Who's an assistant coach for Miami? Who's the assistant coach for Miami? Because whoever that is, give it to him.
Shoot, if you want to go there, heck, you might as well give it to Udonis then.
I'm looking it up right now.
I mean, once again, and I'm not saying just because we're just naming players. All players aren't made out to be coaches.
No,
So
no.
you got
Most of them are not.
You got Malik Allen, and you got Karan
Ooh.
Butler. Oh,
Ooh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. I like that thought.
I like that.
I like that thought.
Damn you, Damian! You're supposed to say dumb shit. That's your shit.
That's a great one because she's well respected.
I wouldn't mind.
She
that,
knows
to
the
be honest.
game.
She's one of my favorites. I
LeBron
love
will
her.
respect her. LeBron will honestly respect her.
And that's groundbreaking too. I mean, you want to talk about giving the WNBA some shine?
Didn't we
A former
talk
WNBA
about,
player as a head
couple
coach for the
weeks
Lakers.
ago? Didn't
Becky.
we talk about one a couple episodes ago? I forget that woman's name.
Becky Hammond?
Yeah, no,
She was
It
an
was-
assistant for the Spurs, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was an assistant.
no,
for
there
the
was
Spurs.
another one.
Oh, you're talking about which one who got the interview and she coaches in
For the Hornets. For the Hornets.
Yeah,
It'll happen.
Lindsay, no, not Lindsay Whalen. What's her name?
It'll
It's
happen.
Lindsay.
Well, now he's back with this
Yeah,
dumb
there you
shit.
Swin Cash. Bring my girls Swin Cash in to coach. I would love to see Candace Parker there. That would be groundbreaking.
Mhm.
The connections are there. I love the way she analyzes the NBA. She's one of the people I do like on TV.
I have to go with Karan Butler.
Now,
That's mine.
I mean, does he even want to be a head coach? That's another thing. Like, if
I
people
don't know, but the only
that's-
reason I
that's-
said it
I'm
because
just
he's
saying,
the
if someone's
assistant coach
been
to my
a head coach
exposure.
before, if someone's been a head coach before, then we don't have to ask that question. We know they've been a head coach.
Doc
It's-
Rivers.
But some assistants and some players aren't made out to be
Yeah.
head coaches.
I think
Sure.
Doc Rivers is going to be fired, then go to LA.
There you go.
I can't see. Doc Rivers will not fit in with the Lakers. He just won't.
I mean,
He
the
won't
other big
fit in
question is
anywhere.
there's two other big factors to that. Does LeBron stay, and who else do they go get for the Lakers? So those
LeBron
are
is
two
staying in LA.
huge.
Let's just keep
That's
that.
what I said.
Well, he's
gonna
going to
be
tease
there,
it.
but
You know he's going
be
to
there
tease
2
it that he's
years.
going somewhere. He's going to play the field a little bit,
What's up, Gregor?
but I think
Oh no! I can't.
Kenny Smith is not leaving.
No, he gets too much.
I'm sad enough about that if they go to NBC and I don't get Chuck and Shaq and in those 4 anymore.
Is
'Cause I
that
love those
actually?
4.
Is that actually?
It's
a
under
thing?
yes. NBC is trying to take it away from
Yeah, from
TNT.
Turner. Yeah, if they do it,
Really?
yeah.
Yes.
This is the first time I've heard of this.
I heard
Yes.
rumors that they would want Barkley and they would want Shaq and try to sign him,
Rumors.
but not Ernie. But
Ernie is staying.
Ernie's staying. He's a
staying with
lifer there.
TNT, and
Oh,
they
he's
get-
saying. Oh, wow.
yeah, he would stay because they would use him. He was always doing other sports ventures for TNT before that, so
I love
he's
those
set.
4.
he said,
All
"Yo,
right.
their chemistry is perfect."
They're better
Yeah,
than anything on ESPN.
And by the way, Nick, Pat from
Ambler?
Ambler, the guy with the bad audio, no. I met him in person at the Phillies game. That
Oh,
was
I didn't
awesome.
hear about ESPN RQ. I didn't hear about that.
No,
I
I
heard the
didn't hear
rumor about
either.
that too, but
All right. So next up, Pat Riley calls out Jimmy Butler for trolling the Boston Celtics.
I wish
do you
more
have to say?
coaches and GMs and owners would do that shit. When
That's
players act
exactly-
like little kids and do dumb shit, call them out.
I put
Why
that in
not?
my YouTube short yesterday. Go check that out. I said that in the
Also,
YouTube
Mitch,
short.
I think that could be like we were kind of discussing. I know you don't necessarily want Butler back with the Sixers because he's older. You'd rather have someone younger, and I agree. But that kind of, I mean, Pat Riley's
He-
saying that. Can you see him staying with the Heat next year? Maybe, but I think the chances
Hold
are
on.
more that he's going to be gone now than stay.
No,
Uh, Hold on. Because he did say, Jimmy Butler did say that he wants to win a trophy, championship with the Heat.
Of course.
Chauncey Billups. He's being monitored right now.
What?
He's what?
Being monitored? Was he in a hospital?
Yeah, NBA teams are monitoring Chauncey Billups' situation in Portland.
For a coach.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
I was like, what are you
okay.
talking
Can you
about? Is he coming
imagine
back to
if
play?
Chauncey Billups, LA?
Chaunce.
That would be. I would like that. I would. Like,
Yeah, I agree. I agree, NYG. But I think eventually you see WWE going to Netflix. You see all these. I think all sports are going to be on like streaming services within the next 10 years and shit. Cable's going to be
Mhm.
gone. It's going to be all streaming services and stuff. So it's just the evolution of TV, people. And
Cable will be reduced. Cable
yeah.
will be reduced. It won't be gone.
Yeah.
Cable will be-
It'll be better. I mean, just like
This is
all
what
the music media.
this is what Jimmy Butler said. I feel at home, man. I really care about the city. I really care about the people in the city. Miami has embraced me. They've wanted me. They wanted me to bring them something they haven't done since LeBron.
You know what would change his mind? A big
Don't say
contract. Someone offers him enough, he's gone. I would say that too if I was down in Miami, by the way.
No, I thought you were going to say Embiid.
Miami.
Because I like Jimmy Butler.
I thought you were going to
Miami.
say Embiid.
I will say this, Blaze. You're right in terms of the money, but don't forget Miami no state taxes, so you
Yeah, I
really
know.
have to. So and the
they
weather.
enough to
I'm
make
saying
a
what I was
difference.
getting is it's
I
not
got
just the money; it's also the weather.
And go play for
You know,
Orlando.
It's also the wind.
Orlando.
No,
Oh, we're going to talk about
it's
Orlando
also,
later.
Let's be real. It's also the women down
I like
there.
all that, but there's also a shit ton of bugs and critters down there too. I can't handle all the bugs. There's tons of bugs.
Oh man. Well, I mean, hell, they got gators down there and snakes.
Yeah,
I mean,
all kinds of reptiles and critters and shit.
but they got that in Texas.
That's
Arizona
why-
got scorpions.
That's why I'd rather visit. I go down and visit, stay in Miami for a week or two, and then come back home and deal with this bullshit weather we got here in Pennsylvania.
Oh, my God.
Oh, you're going to the who's next? Paul George.
Yep, Paul George, multiple max contract offers from the Clippers. He denied them.
So Paul George is pretty much gone. Kawhi Leonard has already said he ain't going back. So
Kawhi
that's-
said
really?
that?
Yeah, Kawhi said he doesn't want. He wants to go out there somewhere.
Go back to the Spurs to play with Wemby. Could you imagine
He
if
has
he did
three
that?
teams on his radar. One is the Lakers. One is the Raptors. I can't remember the third one.
Can you
The
imagine if he
Raptors-
goes back to the Spurs?
Yeah.
Woo!
I'm glad you give Dame a hard time. Oh, yeah. Dame, I've been friends.
Pause!
I've been friends. That's not a pause.
Yes, it
It
is.
has nothing. A hard time.
Oh,
Literally the definition
A
has nothing to do with it.
hard
Yeah.
Arku, I've known Damian for years. You too, Arku. I've known Arku and Damian before.
No, he
all you
said
guys.
Dame. Oh no, that's
Dame. He means Damian. Damian
Oh,
Hernandez.
I thought
yeah.
it was. I thought
no,
he was
he
talking
means
about.
Damien.
Nah, he's
Yeah,
talking
oh,
about
my
Damian
bad, my bad.
Hernandez.
My
Well,
bad.
well, other people have given Damian Hernandez a hard time in the wrong way, and I don't like that because they
Mm.
make
Yeah,
fun
yeah.
of him because he's in a wheelchair, and I don't like that. That's not fun. That's not fun.
Excuse me.
Yes,
Yeah.
They make real. I've been around in live streams where Damian has been
Come on, y'all.
really
Do that with
abused,
me.
and it's terrible.
Do that with me, because I sit in a wheelchair. I use a walker. I wish people would do that with me.
Yeah,
Well,
so I love
I'm
Damian.
sorry.
We bust his
Sorry.
balls because we
Sorry.
like him. He says dumb shit, but I would never make fun of you that way, Damian.
No.
That's wrong. And I've seen it happen a bunch of times that I've left
That's-
streams because I
Look,
couldn't take it.
that to me, that's like being in the locker room and you tease your teammates and whatever. We make fun of each other.
Well, the
like
problem
that.
too is two-sided coin. Damian doesn't tell people not to do it. He just plays along.
Mm. That's a different story.
That's
He expects
a
it. He can,
different story.
and he handles it very well. So I
See,
do give Damian a lot
has
of
his own
respect for that.
story.
Mm.
Stop.
Like
the
I
story.
say, y'all can try
Klay
that
Thompson.
with me. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Paul George, Kawhi, what do you think? Paul George? I think Paul George is going to stay.
Nah, he's going to Philly.
No,
See, we see all
I'm not
these.
thinking
This
that.
goes
No.
back to what we were talking about last week. It's the new era, the new regime. The younger guys are coming out. So like Mitch said earlier, if we're trying to rebuild or add to the Sixers, do we need someone who's been around for years like Clay or Jimmy Butler, or do we want a fresh?
Yes, no, you need them to come
Oh,
in.
shut
They
up,
need
Nick.
to have the cane.
You just want to see the Sixers fall apart.
no. You
No,
know
I'm
where I
joking.
think Paul
I'm
George is
joking.
going to go? Pacers. I think he'll head back to the Pacers, play with Halliburton, Siakam, and Turner.
We'll see. I mean, does Paul George move the needle for any team right now?
Indiana.
A little bit maybe, but I don't think he makes like a playoff team, a championship team, or a regular team, a playoff team. You know what I mean? Like
And
Paul, I think I'm saying he's past his prime. Him, Clay,
Past his
I love
prime.
their players, but they're not going to change the world
and it's
for a team
actually
at this
funny.
point in their career. They
It's
may help
actually
the youngsters.
He might help a team that's needing to move up into the playoff contention. I can see that he can help.
This
Is he
is-
going to be the
I'm
primary?
not talking about a help. I'm talking about changing. Like if he would go to the Spurs, they're automatically a championship contender. No, they're not.
No.
That's
So,
what I'm talking about.
This is actually Evan Turner. Evan Turner, who used to play with Paul George.
Yeah.
Actually, thank you for bringing this up. History of not showing up. And I never met a human that would let a media rumor drive his energy or personality. You know how soft that team's going to be if he and Embiid go together? It'd probably be the most skilled duo ever since Kobe and Shaq.
Well, I wouldn't go
What?
that far.
Wait a minute.
And then he's
No.
knocking it the whole time, and then he gave a compliment.
Compliment. That's what I said. I'm like, you're calling it soft, but then you're saying the
You
most.
lost all credibility with that statement. He says they're going to be soft, and then he says they'll be one of the most skilled duos ever.
No,
I'll be talking about that tomorrow on Sixers Alert. Let me bark like this.
Contradiction. Boy,
Mm.
talk
Yeah.
about ruining your
Clickbait.
statement.
That's called clickbait. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
that was. Dunk Central normally has good stuff, but that was bad.
Mm.
Yeah. I think Klay Thompson is next.
Yeah.
Yep. Klay Thompson and the Magic.
I'm
That
almost
would
in
be
this-
a good.
I'm almost in
fit.
the same boat with him, though. Is he going to change the game for a team?
For the
Shooting
Magic,
ability.
he can help the team. He can help the Magic. I'm sorry.
I'm not
I'm not-
talking about helping. I'm talking about changing an entire team.
But when I say
For one
helping,
player.
he can also change just by his veteran leadership. He can. That can,
That's not what I'm.
but
I
that
guess
that
I'm not
Blaze.
explaining it.
Okay,
I guess I'm not
sorry.
explaining it good enough. Paul George and Klay Thompson are great players. They're Hall of Famers. What I'm saying is, at this point in their career, can they help a team? Sure. Can they take a team? Like if he comes to the Sixers, are they automatically championship? I don't
No.
think so. That's not the pieces that
Well,
we
it,
need.
it depends on what's around them. Yes, you're right.
Yeah, they would need other pieces. Other teams, I could do the same thing. Throw a Clay and throw a Paul George on a team. Will it improve the team? Sure, it's an all-star. That's a given. But I don't think that's the game-changing type of player that's going to take your team over that hump to get.
But the Magic, it
it's
says
not.
the Magic are they're a playoff team, so it does help them.
I'm not talking about just helping them be a little better. Can he help Banchero be a better professional as he's a
No,
superstar
what I'm
now?
saying
Sure.
on the court, his performance will help their performance grow. Are they still
That's
a
not
title?
what I'm saying, Coach. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
Okay.
not helping them. Does it put them in championship? Not helping other players. I'm talking about
Yes.
Does a Paul George or a Clay? Okay, we put Clay on the Knicks.
Does it help them and put them in?
I'm not-
Yes. No, but
Wait,
Blaze,
I'm
when I
not
say
saying
help
it
them,
won't
listen to me. Listen to me. When I say help them, that means the Knicks are already there. So to help them means you're putting them in title contention. Yes,
Okay.
it does.
Okay, then I need to go down to the bottom. I'm talking about the Spurs.
No, none of them.
Say he goes on the
and he
Clay goes
says-
to the
He's got to go on
Rockets.
a title contending team.
Yes,
See,
gotta
it
go
says
on
the
the title.
Magic, but
if
see,
Clay
see,
goes
it's-
to the Rockets, are they automatically a championship team?
No.
No, it
That's
makes
all I'm
them a
saying.
play.
That's all I'm
no,
saying.
no, no, but
That's
see,
all I'm
no,
saying.
no, no, no. I get what
That's
you're
all I'm
saying.
saying.
But Blaze, you said earlier, you
Don't
said
read
if
into
it's,
it too
you
much.
did say someone who was right there. Does it bring them into the playoffs? And that's what I'm getting at. Yes, it does help them. You want to say championship, okay? But now Mitch's point is the Magic. Can it make them a champion in the East? Yes, I'm sorry, I believe that.
I know it's going to help a team.
The East is wide open.
It can put them in the ECF, and help them get to the
They
NBA
lost
Finals.
to the Cavs in Game 7, down to the wire.
Yes.
So
Play
I think
on
it
that
can help the
team.
Magic.
Yes. On that team, yes.
It will help
Yes,
the Magic.
of course they're going to help a team.
But the point is,
It
but
doesn't
Blaze,
move the-
I'm
okay,
saying how
here.
much. Are they going to help it this
Here,
much? Or are they
Blaze,
gonna help
Blaze,
it this
Blaze,
much?
here. Let me reword it differently, okay? Klay Thompson to the Magic will push them to the point that they will compete for the Eastern Conference Finals and allow them to get to the NBA Finals. Okay? That's
They
how
need
I feel
more.
about that. They need more of what?
Oh, more. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking.
Mm-hmm.
They need more assets. And by the way, guys, the NBA draft lottery, because Primetime asked me, is next week. I did not even know that. Oh, wow.
I just don't think either of those players are going to change the game for a team. It's definitely going to help any team.
It's going to help, but it's not going to
No.
move the needle at all.
Yes, that's
It's not
what
No, I get what he's saying, and that's where I disagree. I think,
Yeah.
and then the
Straight
point
up.
is, you said Orlando. Now, I'm not talking about any other teams. I'm talking about Orlando specifically. The way
Correct.
that team plays right now, and as young as they are, he gives veteran leadership. He goes out there. He can play.
Wait.
They have talent that will also help him produce in his game. So it to me, that's why I say yes. It will push them to, in my opinion, the Eastern to be able to compete for the Eastern Conference
That's fair.
final.
That's improvement. I know they're going to improve them.
and then to get to the NBA Finals if they can win it.
So
And that's where I'm going.
presented it too loosely.
No,
what
no,
I
I
was
see where you're
trying to
going.
say was, if you take Portland,
No,
San Antonio,
no,
Detroit,
no.
Washington,
No, I'm
Charlotte,
with you
and
there.
put either of those two
No,
on there,
no,
does it make them championship
no,
contenders?
no, no.
Maybe Clay from 5-6 years ago that was on fire
You
nonstop.
can make a conversation about that.
Same
yes.
thing with Paul. We're not getting Paul George and Clay Thompson from 5 years ago. That's
No,
my point.
I know that.
You're
No,
getting
I
a
get
seasoned
that.
veteran that can help a team, but I don't think it's going to change the world for any of those teams.
But if they can get to the Eastern, compete for the Eastern
The
Conference
Magic's a different
Finals,
story.
and that changes the world, in my opinion. That does, because they lost what in the seventh game of the first round.
Yeah.
So if he can help them get to compete for the finals, that is changing the narrative. I mean, I could be wrong.
Maybe have him come off the bench.
All I'm saying is Paul George and Clay Thompson are not what they used to be. That's
Well, I'm not talking about Paul George.
That's all. I'm talking about the
Clay
two people. The two
I'm
people we're
only
just
focused-
talking about were a lot better 5 or 6 years ago.
Yes,
we're
I
in that
agree.
dip. We're in that dip. Everything's
Yes,
changing.
I
in the
agree with
NBA.
you. I agree with you.
They only got a couple more years left. And I think I'm kind of more with like Mitch saying, wouldn't you go back to a team you started with or a team you have family where you're from or something like that to end your career? I see that happening a lot, or people for their last hurrah.
Where's Clay from?
I just
Anyone
had
know
all
where
his,
Klay
I
Thompson's
just had all of
from?
his stats up here, and I
Did he grow up in California? I think he was from California. Because remember, his dad played for the Lakers.
just had Clay up here, and I took it down.
I know he played at
Oh, you took
Washington
down
State.
Clay? How dare you?
I know he played at Washington State.
Yeah, the NBA draft lottery, guys. It's Sunday. Mother's Day at 3 p.m.
Really?
Yeah.
Mother's Day? Wow, great job, Commissioner Silver.
May
Great
12th.
job.
Tomorrow's the 9th. The 10th is Friday. 11th is Saturday. 12th. Oh, God. 3 o'clock. So it's like right in the middle. Middle.
Wait a minute. The Knicks play at 3 o'clock on Sunday.
It's
Mhm.
right before the game.
I just realized that. You're not going to get a lot of viewership. Mother's Day?
I'm not streaming that game. I'm streaming the game following that night. The Timberwolves and Nuggets.
Here's another question: did the Magic have the money? He's getting $43 million a year.
He's not getting $43 million from anyone else in the league.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, he'll definitely make less, but
He's a free agent. He's gonna have to take the veteran minimum.
you think Klay Thompson should take the veteran minimum?
I can't see he's going that. If you tell me
neither.
he's getting 17, 20,
If he
I can
gets
see
20 for 1 year,
Yeah, he's not getting 43 like he did this year. But.
that. Yeah, no.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
stupid, Dave. Thank you,
did you-
Damien, for being back to NBA
you
Lottery is one of the
find out-
best things they've ever done because it
Cooper
eliminates
Flagg.
tanking.
Cooper Flag is the number 1 pick. I'm
Sixers,
serious.
No.
tank for Cooper
Ace
Flag.
Bailey.
Sixers,
Ace
tank for
Bailey
Flag.
or
Tank for
Dylan Harper. Ace Bailey or Dylan Harper.
Flag. Tank for
No.
Flag. Tank for Flag.
Blaze, did you find out where he was from? Blaze, did you find out where he was from?
He went to Washington State, like you said.
Yeah.
He was born in 1990. Doesn't say like. I have to look
Of
up
the
like
Sixers, of the Spurs.
Are you on Wiki?
Nah.
No, wait. No, Cooper
If
Flag.
you go to Wiki,
Yeah.
This
No.
year's Shar.
Oh yeah.
Shar's the number 1 pick. Cooper
Next
Flag
year.
is in 2 years.
Both of them, all of them next year.
Yeah, my bad. Cooper Flag's in 2 years.
Yeah.
So
you're
it's
right.
Alex Shar. That's the number 1 pick. So the Spurs can't get the number 1 pick. They really can. Can you imagine Wembanyama and Shar, both 7-footers, 4 and 5? Woo, that'll be fun.
Born in LA.
That's
Born
what
in
I
Los
thought.
Angeles. Yep.
His dad was with the Lakers when he was born.
Yep.
So
Where did he go to high school?
Santa Margarita Catholic.
He's from California.
that's LA.
Rancho Santa Margarita, California. Yep.
Rancho Cucamonga.
Cucamonga.
Makes me think of Sanford and Son.
Where the Young Bucks are from, too.
So okay, there you go. So that's where he's from.
Let me flip the coin. I love Klay Thompson. I would love to see a resurgence of him. But if you get what he's been the last couple of years,
Nah.
up and down, injury prone, all that. If he goes to a different team and has a resurgence, let me take back my last couple comments and say he could definitely.
I also think it's because he's playing on the Warriors. You put him on a different team, a different environment. Yes, it should environment.
And
And
Here's
energize him.
another thing. Have we seen Klay in the NBA without Steph Curry? No.
Like we.
I'm
did
not saying he's
see-
going to suck if he goes somewhere else, but we've never seen him.
Well, we
Well-
did see Kevin Durant without Steph Curry. And look
I'm
what
talking
happened.
about Durant for the Sixers.
No,
I
stop it.
mean, that's the thing you gotta take into consideration. It's not like he got
Mitch.
better because
Mitch.
he was always good. Him and Steph were
Mitch.
shit for
Yeah, Coach.
years.
What if I told you I spoke to him? He wants
Who?
to come to Philly.
Who?
KD.
Oh,
He
then
wants to come to Philly.
who cares? We're not trading for him.
Why not? Give him Tobias and a bunch of picks.
Dude,
I would take KD in a fucking heartbeat.
No, you wouldn't.
In a heartbeat. To
No,
be
you
next to
would not.
Embiid?
Give him
No, you
Maxi
would
then.
not.
Give him Maxi. Give him Maxi.
No, that
You wouldn't take him in a heartbeat. You wouldn't take him in a heartbeat.
I'm saying if they find a way.
No, I got you. I got you. I
The
got you.
first thing with the Sixers is Embiid. And I'm not saying he's not going to go anywhere because who knows. But Embiid and Maxi's the base. You build on that, and I think Oubre is the base too. I do not get rid of Oubre. I think
do
he's
not
just going
get
to
rid
improve.
of Oubre. I do not get rid of Cameron Payne. I do not get
Hey.
rid of Nicholas
Hey.
Batum. And Paul Reed can go. Bye bye.
Can I say something about Oubre?
Yeah.
Sure.
He's a Tibbs type of guy. I'm gonna leave it right there.
You wanna take him from
How?
us. He wants to take him from us.
How?
Did he go to Villanova or something?
How?
I don't know about.
No, wait a minute. Are you serious, Mitch?
I'm really drawing a blank right now.
Yeah, elaborate.
First and foremost, what is Tibbs? What type of coach is Tibbs?
He's
Defense.
defense.
What is Oubre really known for? First and foremost,
Scoring because he averaged 20
no,
points
he's
off the
known for
bench.
his. No, I know he's average, but he's known for defense. He's long. He has long arms. He's tall.
Yeah.
He fits what Tibbs really looks for in terms of players. He reminds me of what's his name when with the Sixers. What's his name who played at Duke? Oh,
Okafor.
The guard,
No, he was a wing.
Tatum.
No, with Chicago. When Tibbs was with Chicago,
Oh,
he's the African guy. Oh, damn it, what's his name? He played in Jersey in high school. Damn it.
I think I know.
I'm going.
He wore number 9. He wore number 9 with Chicago.
DeRozan.
No,
It's not DeRozan.
no. This was when Tibbs was with Chicago.
Luau
was
Dang.
Thank you.
Yeah,
This is
I couldn't think of it either.
Kelly Oubre is exactly that player.
I
He
think he's
can
a little
score.
smoother. Yeah, he
But
got
what
both
I'm
sides.
saying-
Plays both sides. Yeah, I got
And Luau Dang did for a while. Remember, he was defense, and then
dang nabbit.
so that's why I said if you really want to be honest, he fits the mold. Is he
I-
coming to the Knicks? No, I'll be honest. I'm giving
you
you a
would
hard
you wouldn't
time.
mind it though, is what you're saying.
You
I
wouldn't
got
mind.
No.
But I like Oubre. I think him, Embiid, Maxi's a good place to start. But I would take Durant.
If-
man.
If
Durant
I'm the
with those-
Sixers
Durant-
GM, who would you go after? Malik Monk is one.
Kevin Durant.
No, I
He
would
said free
trade for it.
agency. Free
I would-
agency.
Yeah, I would trade for Malik. Not Malik.
What's up,
Monk.
wrestling mama?
Hey, mama.
Mikal Bridges.
I think they might want too much for Bridges. I'm with
Yeah,
you on it, but
they
I think
will.
they're going to want
They
too
will.
much for him.
They'll
Same thing with
want
Markkinen.
they turned down 2 fourth round, like two
Yeah,
straight.
wait. You said they turned it down, so yeah, they're going to want a lot, but they're also in a tough. Wait a minute, because we were talking about that last night. They're in a tough position because remember they have no draft picks,
That's exactly what
and
I was
Nets
thinking.
fans are clamoring for what's his name from Purdue, Zach Edey.
Mhm.
They're clamoring because his size, along with Cam Thomas, pick and roll. Now you want to question the defense, but it's 7'4", 300 pounds, and pick and roll with Cam. I get where they're going, and it does make a whole lot of sense.
If he can stay healthy and put up 10 to 15 points in the paint, okay, that works for you.
Zach Edey? Zach Edey is going to get you 15 to 20 a game.
Yeah, that's I was just saying, like 10 to 15 minutes put up. That
Oh, 10
off
to,
the bench.
no. I think he would be a starter. I think he would be a
Over
starter.
Claxton because they're
Yes.
talking about extending.
I know.
Claxton.
What I'm saying is, yeah, they're going to extend, but I'm saying some Nets fans are ready to let Claxton go because they want Zach Edey.
So they
That's
want
going to
to
get.
they want to turn over a new leaf. I get it, 1,000%. I get it.
And the head coach also coached him. Leaf said it last night. He coached him for Team Canada, so he knows him very well.
Okay.
So I get the logic. I understand. And Zach Edey and Cam Thomas, I have to admit, that
That
would
would
be
be fun to watch.
very scary.
Something
you
to
know,
build
and-
upon, definitely.
Yes. And then if you have what's his name, you don't trade him all. Well, no, you're probably going to
There
have
ain't too
to.
many. They could probably.
You're gonna have to trade Bridges for like picks.
No,
You know,
I
the
was
Zach
also going to
Edey-
include Cam Johnson. I was going to
The
say
Zach
Cam
Edey
Johnson.
big man body is old school big man body compared to some of the big men we got nowadays.
But offensively,
Does that bother
offensively,
you? Does that bother you to a sense? Because he's
No,
not
I
bad
like.
to-
I think that gives
No,
Edey an
no,
advantage.
because I don't think he could cover like Embiid outside. I don't think he could cover
no,
Jokic out there.
defensively, he has his issues. Don't get
Yeah.
me wrong, but there's
Right.
things you can do defensively to help him. So I get
Yeah.
where you're going, but still, he's 7'4".
Yeah,
He's
I know. And
7'4".
Wembanyama
So
is 7'6" and can do everything.
no, but what I'm
Edey's a
getting
good
at,
player. I don't think he's going to be like a legendary Hall of
because
Famer.
think about
but
it,
he can make
he's
He can
300
make an
pounds.
impact. He can
Think
make an
about
impact.
it. Think about it down low. Just like you're talking about him defensively against other centers, and you're talking about Embiid and Jokic. But how many other centers in the league are like those two? So he in turn, now you switch it to the defensive side, put them on the defensive end. How many guys in the league will be able to guard him? Because he can move offensively. He does move. You watched him, Mitch, at Purdue. You've
Yeah.
seen him move. They set screens. He can move. He can roll. He really doesn't even have to jump to dunk the damn basketball. And 300, and the point I'm getting at, it's 7'4", 300 pounds, and the way he moves, it's I get it in today's day and age. He doesn't have the 3-point game. I get it. He's old school. Most teams are concerned with that. They're concerned with the defensive liability. But if he's getting you a consistent 20 a game and he's pushing 30, am I going to worry about that? Because you can do things defensively to help him.
Is there a team out there that predominantly plays zone defense?
Predominantly, I don't. Not that
Miami.
I mean, do they play? Who plays more zone defense than most teams? I guess.
Miami.
So,
Miami
like, if you
does.
put him, they already got Bam, so they don't really need a center.
You can't move Bam to 4 though. Don't get me wrong.
That wouldn't be bad either. Situational team that does play sometimes zone defense. I could see him having a really good impact.
He could crack. He could still, even though he's not in the paint per se because of the rules, he could still slide in, and it that size alone will help you. So people sleep on Zach, and they say all about his defense, and he's a major liability. He's not a major. There's rules.
I don't.
Defense is team defense.
You can't really compare him to a lot of people right now.
I don't think he's a lottery pick though.
No.
Late first.
He's in 20s to 30. Yeah, he's 20. Yeah. That's why I said the Nets fans would, try and get.
See, that's another thing. He could go to a really good team in that situation and be a backup center.
Okay, Arku.
That could be
no
phenomenal.
one slept on Chet. Everyone was Chet was the first pick.
Second.
Yeah, no one slept on Chet. People are just
always said things to make the Thunder. Of course, he's a Thunder fan, but it's just like people did not sleep on Chet.
I think seems that way to Thunder fans because people are giving Wemby more shine right now.
Oh yeah,
I think it just seems that way to some of those fans. Bye, Mitch.
Hey, how's everyone doing today?
All right, and we're out of here. Bye.
Yeah, and actually, perfect segue. Victor Wembanyama wins the NBA Rookie of the Year. Yay!
Well deserved.
Well deserved.
We
I saw it coming
from
a mile away.
So,
I mean, I said I had my soliloquy on him earlier, so I think he is a superstar. I mean, that's what, think about it. We're talking about Zach Edey, a big center, 300 pounds, 7'4". Then you compare him to this guy who's just a freak of nature. Zach Edey can be a very good pro. I really believe that. Is he a Wembanyama? No.
Okay, but here's the thing.
Hardly anybody is, but
no.
Edey can be very valuable for a team.
Yes, but here's the thing with Wembanyama too, going up against a Zach Edey. Zach Edey, I don't want to hear that. Oh, he'll block his shot. Zach Edey will eat him for dinner.
Oh yeah, he could definitely
down low, but not on the outside.
But
no. It offsets. It would offset. So you could see Wemby getting 25 against him, but I could see Edey getting 30 to 35 on him because he's just going to just.
It's going to be interesting to see where he goes and how he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
Wish him the best.
I might have to stream the NBA draft lottery now. Yay! I did not know it was Sunday. I thought it was final week.
Mother's Day.
I might. We're not doing anything until earlier. We might go out to eat like around 5 or something.
Okay, so, I got you.
Yeah.
Thank God my mother doesn't celebrate it no more.
Yeah. And then
wait, before you go to the final one.
Final.
What about the one above? What about the one above it?
You.
Huh?
What about the one above it?
What one?
Maybe I'm looking at the one. Pat Riley.
Oh, I got rid of that.
Oh,
because it's like
I am looking at the wrong one.
No. No, you're good. It's the right one. I just made changes on my personal.
Never mind.
Oh. Then I don't need to follow this no more because you got the master and it's not what I'm following.
No.
Damn you, Mitch.
Because Pat Riley is the same. He basically addressed that by calling out Butler. So, we're going to talk. Blaze, what was your question before I headed to?
I just realized it was a dumb question. So I'm not going to.
What was it?
It was if Victor Wembanyama didn't get Rookie of the Year, it's obviously going to be Chet. I'd say what other rookies have impressed you this year?
Jaquez.
Well, let's take Wembanyama, Holmgren, and Brandon Miller out of the picture. Those were the 3 finalists. What other rookies impressed you guys this year?
Jaquez from Miami.
Okay.
He's an all-rookie first team.
Anybody in the chat? Any rookies that impressed you this year?
He's all-rookie first team. Okay. Jaquez.
Prime time, I would love it. I'll be honest with you, I would love it, but if Tibbs gets us to the NBA Finals, he really, really, I'm kidding. He's a top end coach.
Yeah, Without
Definitely
Without
a
a
top
doubt.
end coach in the East because with this roster, the way it keeps losing players, and Boston still concerns me. So
Well-
but still, we got to worry about Indiana. So
yeah. Well, breaking news: Giannis's brother just tore his Achilles tendon. So
which
I don't
one?
even-
Thanasis. the
Neither
guy
of
from
them
the
really
Bucks.
panned out.
Mm,
I feel so bad for him. Like Thunder.
why is everyone mentioning the Wolves? I mean, based on the way that they're playing. I mean, and the Thunder. I mean, the Thunder are good. Don't get me wrong, but they're still a
They're
young
2-0
team.
over the champs. That's why they're talking about the Wolves plain and simply.
Perfect
yeah.
segue. They're the best team in NBA right now.
Yes.
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 With
Because I don't
the
know if
best-
anybody can.
With the best player in the NBA.
I don't know if anybody can crack that
Did you see
defense.
the YouTube short? Did you see the YouTube short?
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
I don't
People
think
in the
anybody can crack.
comments. People in the comments are like, "Wait, he's not even top 10. He's not even top 5." I'm like, bruh, I'm not getting into that.
All right. So right now in the playoffs, doesn't matter what happens from here on.
I'm talking about right now. Yeah,
For you two, I want to ask a question. Who's your finals right now?
finals right now.
Right now. Doesn't matter anything else.
Celtics, Wolves.
Celtics, Wolves. Okay. Mitch? Same thing, chat. What's your finals right now? It could change because
And
there's
I
a lot
hate
left.
saying it as a Knicks fan.
I'm
hate
glad you're a
Boston.
realist about it.
I hate Boston, but I
I
have
got a
to
hot
be
take.
All right. Hot take. Good.
Timberwolves and Knicks. The physicality that the Knicks bring against Boston. I
That
got the
would
Knicks.
be a hell of a series. You might get some 78 to 71 games in that series. It still it'd be fun to see those.
I
two
got the
teams play in
Timberwolves and
finals.
Knicks.
Carkill, I understand. You're not kidding. I respect it. That's who you believe. The Thunder are a good
They're the
team
best
in the
two
West.
players right now.
But
They're the
Arku,
best two players right
but-
now.
Arku, do you want people talking about them now, or do you want people talking about your Thunder in about 3 weeks? I think you want them talking about the Thunder in about 3 weeks. You're the number one seed in the West, bro. You're the best team you're the best team in the regular season, record wise. So we don't need
they
to
are.
talk about the
I
best
thought
team.
Boston was.
Well, in the West.
Oh,
He's
okay,
saying-
okay.
They're the number one seed in the
And
West.
then
Yeah,
That's why we don't need to talk about
Knicks
them.
Nuggets.
If they make it to the finals, trust me, we'll be talking about your
The
Thunder.
Nuggets.
What is
I-
this? What is this? Food? Knicks Nuggets? What kind of food is that?
I mean, I
That
am
is
not
mine.
writing off
I got the
the
Knicks
Nuggets
and
yet.
Timberwolves. That's mine.
I am not writing off the Nuggets yet, but they have to pull off one.
So
hell of a
Blaze,
miracle
what
against
is yours then?
us. I wanted to go back to my starting five for the Sixers next year because I want Monk and Markkanen.
I want
And,
Monk
and
to
I
come
will
off the
give up
bench.
picks. I will give up tons of picks to get that done.
I want Monk
I want
to come off the
Maxey.
bench.
I want Maxey, Heald, Oubre, Markkanen, Embiid. That's my starting five.
Yeah,
I would
that's
love
fine
that.
with me.
I would love that starting five.
Yeah, I'm good
Um,
with that. But who's your
yeah.
final?
It's hard to vote against the Wolves the way they're playing right now, so I would say Wolves. And in the East,
It's you're stuck between the Celtics and Knicks.
I know I was just going to flip a coin. I was looking for a coin to flip. That's a good thing. The fact that you don't know who's going to come out of either side. Right now, listen, here's the way I'll put it. You can pick any of the four teams in the East and any of the four teams in the West, and I'm happy about that finals.
I want to ask you because he said they have
That's
physicality too. But is
Seriously.
their level of physicality able to compete consistently in a 7-game series against Minnesota? I mean, they may have a certain level, but because Cat and Gobert, who do they have? Who do the Thunder have to match up with them physically wise? Physically,
I'm telling you right now, he's just. I hate to say this, Arku. I hate to say this,
So-
but when it comes to your Thunder, your fandom is taking over.
Cavs is the only one out of the final 8 that I would say I don't want to really see in the finals. But everyone else, I would love.
I
I
think-
see. I wonder why.
think-
But
it-
look, Celtics, Nuggets, Wolves, Pacers, Knicks, Mavericks, Thunder, Celtics, Timberwolves, Celtics,
Mavericks
Nuggets,
aren't in it.
Pacers.
Mavericks-
None of those are bad
No,
finals.
Cavs. You
Mavericks?
mean the Cavs?
No Cavs.
No,
Mavericks
Mavericks?
and Celtics, Mavericks and Pacers, Mavericks and Knicks, Thunder and Celtics, Thunder and Pacers, Thunder and Knicks, Timberwolves and Nuggets versus any of those three. I would love any of them finals.
I mean,
are gonna
love
be
it,
fun.
yes, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna be honest with you. I just can't see the Mavericks coming out of the West.
No, I don't either. I'm just saying.
They have a great
No.
team. So does the Thunder. So
Who-
does the Wolves. Is there any
This is
team that's not in the final 8 that you would think
You-
could be in the final?
You want another hot take?
No, I
I
don't.
can see
Whoever
Cleveland.
wins between the Nuggets and Timberwolves, they're winning the finals. Who's ever coming out of them, they're winning the finals.
Here's my problem with the Thunder, and I love them, Marku. I love a lot of their team. They haven't been to the
They're young.
Western Finals
They're
and Finals.
young.
They haven't been close. They have all the talent. They can definitely do it. And if it's not this year, it's going to be one of the next 3 or 4 years
And,
where they get
the
to the Western Finals.
The Timberwolves have Rudy Gobert. I'm not saying he's great or anything.
He's the
but-
defensive player of the year. He's great. There's only one, and it's him.
Yeah, our crew, you're becoming a fandom here.
Yeah.
That's
I don't want to see these comparisons anywhere.
no,
Ant is
stop
not
that.
Kobe. Ant
Stop.
is not Jordan. Ant is the
No,
first Anthony. He is the first
yes,
Anthony.
yes.
That's what he is.
Yes, yes,
Stop
but
Anthony.
no, Blaze. We always compare, we always do, and I get the logic, and I do understand why. But Anthony Edwards is his own player, yes. But when you see some of his fadeaway shot, I mean, I'm sitting, I'm just like,
I mean, I'm not saying you never compare any parts of his game, but I don't like
yes.
this guy's the new LeBron or this guy's the new Michael. No, he's
But
the
he
first Anthony.
No,
Edwards.
but he also has that killer mentality like Jordan and Kobe. Kill them all.
he
Kill
has
them
a
all.
lot of the aspects that some of the all-time greats have.
Yeah,
definitely.
you can believe in them. You can
But
believe in them.
You should.
But-
That's your team.
That's your team. But what
But
I'm
we're
saying
asking
is,
realistic. I
when
believe
you-
in my Knicks, but I'm also being realistic. I could see them playing the Celtics to a 7 games if they get there.
yes,
Are
I
the
can see
Mavericks
that
a
too.
finals team? No. But what if the
No.
Mavericks push the Thunder to 7 games? I think that might put a toll on the Thunder.
if the
a little.
Mavericks do that and the Thunder advance,
yeah.
the Mavericks are one piece away. One piece
Yeah,
away.
I think the Mavericks can, and I think you're right. They are one piece away. And even though I'm not a huge Kyrie fan, it's good to see him and Luka playing better
I
this year than
love
last year.
Kyrie. I love watching him play.
Last year, it looked like that was a mistake putting those two together. This year,
Right.
they corrected it.
Correct.
I like that, and I'm not a
You know
huge
why?
Kyrie fan.
Because
I think
they
he's one of the greatest
addressed
handles.
They addressed their front court for the defensive side.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
think
they did.
Kyrie's the best handle since Iverson. That's my opinion.
Oh, I agree with that. 1,000%. 1,000%.
And I respect his game. He's just not my cup of tea. That's all.
He's not my cup of tea. I don't like tea. I'm iced tea.
Give me a bunghole for my TV.
Yeah. Prime time, you are absolutely correct. Ant-Man is a dog. He got heart and spirit. And I can't believe I'm about to say this, but might as well. I said it before. Hey!
Fire! Give me from my
But-
tunnel.
I forgot what I was going to say.
Ant-Man.
No. If I can't believe I'm about to bring LaMelo Ball into this conversation.
Where did he come
but
from?
that's exactly my point, because whenever I think Anthony Edwards, I think of LaMelo Ball. Same draft class.
Yeah.
I'm just saying here, if he had a better team, and if it wasn't goddamn injury,
Hey, you know who else is in that draft class? A lot of good players. Tyrese Maxey was in that draft class. That's the new, what was it, 2006 or whatever, that had that amazing draft class?
Wasn't it 2003 with LeBron?
That's another one. There's a lot of them. That's that's the machine of the NBA is always turning, and I love that.
Grega, yes, I am streaming the Knicks and Pacers exclusively on the Hardcore Sports Network tonight. So that's where I will be tonight at 8 o'clock, exclusively on the Hardcore Sports Network. Make sure you tune in. Blaze, you're streaming tonight?
No.
Oh, I thought you did that after,
You're lucky I'm here. No. I'm not doing anything
Oh.
tonight. I might not even stream tomorrow.
everything all right?
I'm just going to wait till I'm 100%.
Gotcha. Randy just put something in it. Yep, I just said that, Randy. I just covered it. Oh, yeah, Patrick Beverly. Here we go.
He's an asshole.
Yeah. And you remember how people were, Blaze, for the NBA trade deadline show, everyone was attacking me and you for saying that campaign was a better trade, that we won that trade.
I mean, if you compare their careers, sure, Bev has had a better career, but we're looking for a better fit. We're looking for,
That was Cameron Payne.
Yeah, Payne is definitely a better fit, in my
What
opinion.
is up, Daniel? What is up, my guy? Thank you for stopping by. So, let's go over predictions for tonight. And yeah, we can wrap up. It's so pause. Oh, it's only one game. Two. I thought there was two. Knicks and Pacers. Who you got? But is that Indiana?
I
No,
want to
is
see that game. I want to see that series go 7.
I do too.
I really do. Actually,
too.
except for the Cavs series, I want the other 3 to go. Actually, you know what I'd love to see? Eastern Conference Finals, Western Conference Finals, and the Finals all go 7. Wouldn't that be wild?
Ooh.
I wonder if that's ever happened. East-West Finals and the Finals all went 7 games.
That's not going to end till like July.
I don't care. Hockey
August.
playoffs are going to be going on till June.
So cute. But yeah. Thank you for all the support, guys. This pick and roll lasted an hour and a half exactly. Oh, Tudo! What is up, Tudo?
What's up,
Thank you for
Tudo?
stopping by. How you doing, man? And subscribe to Blaze Radio. He's all on social medias.
Hey, Blake, Tudo, I got something for you.
What?
Tasty Sub Shop in Edison. Tell me their subs weren't the best in Jersey. Love you, bro.
And guys, I think that's about it. But really quick, tonight we got the AEW watch along with Earl, Nick, and tomorrow a very special show with for Earl Cole. Earl and Sarah are gonna have on NYG Jeffy T's best friend Joe. He's gonna be on their show to talk wrestling. So, and they're gonna talk about Jeff. They're gonna talk about all good memories. Make sure you guys tune in to that at 7:30 Eastern tomorrow night.
Jeffy. Miss you, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about Jeff tomorrow. And actually, you want to hear something? It was a Raw after Mania 29. I got tweeted this. Jeff, Joe, and Earl were all in the same stadium for that.
Mhm.
They all were there. They just never met. They never crossed paths. Then now they did. Like, time is crazy. And I'm talking, that was like 11 years ago. Yeah. Oh. Yep. Same to you.
Tommy, thanks for tapping in, brother. Appreciate you, man.
And to you. But yeah, that's going to be an emotional show tomorrow. Make sure everyone tuned in. I already said it, the Big Blue in the Bronx. I said it to Coach. I want everyone from Big.
What time is it again? Did you say the time?
7:30. 7:30
Okay,
tomorrow
just
night.
to make sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I want everyone from the Big Blue crew to watch that. And I'm going to try to get everyone from Hardcore Sports. I can't watch it on time. I got my show at Edge of Philly Sports, but yeah. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to put that link in the chat right now. Let me just do that real quick.
Yeah, click the link out there, set your reminder, then you'll know
Yep.
it's live.
Okay, now I just got to remember. What's today's date? The 8th. So tomorrow's the 9th. There it is. I was on StreamYard and I'm like, where is it? We got too many shows. And come on. Here you go, guys. Please hit the notification bell, hit that like, get notified. There it is.
Definitely,
sure
everyone.
Yep. I want everyone to be there. I'll try to be there as soon as I can, as soon as my show is done. But please, everyone go there. It's going to be an emotional show. So without further ado, Coach Blaze, you got anything to say before? Oh, wait. Who are you guys picking tonight? Knicks or Pacers?
I want the Pacers to win because I wanted to go 7.
Oh. Well, the
He's
Knicks
thinking-
could win too. Then the Pacers could win.
Well, it's more. I mean, home, that type of thing, and then go to the 7th.
Home. Yep.
Go to 7th, and then the Knicks win in 7.
Okay.
New York forever, baby.
If it was in Indiana, I would say Indiana in 7 because I think Game
I got
7
the
home
Knicks.
field advantage is going to be very important, and the Knicks will win at home.
Yeah. But really quick, Coach, does it bother you that everyone is saying like the NBA is paying the refs to have you guys win or something? I've been seeing
Yes,
that.
it
so
does.
dumb. That's so
Hold. And I had an argument about that last night. Leaf, I love you, bro, but you were wrong. So,
Look how long it's been since they've been gone far in the playoffs.
and that's
Come
my
on.
point. It's if the league
They wanna
was
do it,
doing
done it
that,
15 years ago.
if the league was doing that, why weren't they doing it since the last time
Yeah,
the
that's
finals
dumb.
in 2000? Why?
That's It's the same thing as someone's football team losing and you say blame it on the refs. The same thing.
Or you're a hater of
Halftime.
that team.
Same,
You're just,
or you just don't want to like that team.
It makes no sense. The Knicks have been an atrocious organization. We've cried about the owner, wanted the owner to sell the team. I mean, it's idiotic. It's asinine to me for when I hear stuff like that. People are entitled to their opinion. So I respect your right to your opinion. I don't accept it and I don't agree with it. Because if the league was doing that, then that means all they're going to do is skew it for teams like Boston, New York, Philly, Chicago, the Lakers. Come on.
That's a salty fan.
Let's be real. Let's be real. I mean, look, the Knicks are winning. We finally, and remember, no players wanted to come to New York, right? No players. You win with players. Well, the Knicks are winning now. They're getting some players. They may not have, in everyone's perception, the elite of the elite, but
you
it's
just gotta have a good team. You got a good defense and a good.
What I'm going to say is, it's just that these certain teams, certain fans of certain teams, don't want to see the Knicks get the opportunity to compete because it makes them look bad.
I'm like that with the Browns and Cowboys.
And but it's
my fandom.
I'm going to say some fans, not all fans of this particular team, are within the same realm as the Knicks. Y'all use your own imagination.
That's the dumbest. I mean, they have busted their ass for decades to try to get back to where they were. It's so stupid for someone to say.
I gotta say this again. Shout out to Leon Rose, man. He's got to win Executive of the Year. If he does not win it, I'm going to be upset.
He's not going to win it.
You're going to be upset.
Who's going to win it then? The guy from the Thunder again? Who else is there?
I don't really care who the Executive of the Year is.
I don't either, but Leon Rose deserves it, though.
I didn't say he doesn't deserve it. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it, but who do I think?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know enough executives
to.
I don't know enough executives to judge who should be the Executive of the Year.
Just pick
maybe the one from the
think.
Houston. Maybe Houston.
Okay, I can see Houston. That's a good one.
Philly's personal trainer, because Mitch loves that team, so that part of the team so much.
Huh?
All right, Tudo, man. Good. Thanks for the love and good luck to you guys. I hope when you guys go against Scotland, you knock some of them haters out the box too, bro. He's a rugby. Yeah, he's rugby. So and he's a Scarlet Knight. So,
boom. But
whatever. Bon fagul to your damn Wolverines.
Tonight, Big Brun tonight, huh? Capital punishment. Big Brun.
Big body, Brun. Big body. Get it right, big body. Who sent me somebody sent me
Timberwolves. He could be Executive of the Year.
Yeah, true.
So Timberwolves, Rockets, Knicks.
It was you who sent me the big pun. The big run. Yeah. I love that. I love that one. That was hot, man.
That rhyme was. The whole thing was great. Big run. I'd have never put that together. That's hilarious.
It took me a second, and then I was just like,
"Who is that? That's not Big Pun." I was like, Brunson. I was like, "Oh my god!"
Exactly.
That's classic.
Yeah, that was good. Did I tweet that? I don't think I tweeted that out. So thanks for reminding me.
I mean, he can really. That dude has stepped up. I really feel he could help carry your team to the finals this year.
Yeah,
I really do.
Let us
They're
pray.
playing that well. They really are playing that well.
Let us pray.
All right, guys, we're gonna close up the show. Next week, everyone should be back. Nikki should be back. Randy should be back. Rio should be back. Every time we talk about Wemby, Rios is gone. Every time.
Not every time. The last two big times, though.
You're not paying attention to the chess match, Mitch. The chess match. Every time it's something about Wemby, he's not around, right? It's the chess match.
Yeah. Don't worry.
All he would say is, how am I going to congratulate someone for getting Rookie of the Year when their team only won 20 games or whatever? That's his go-to. And listen, Rios, I love you. I get why you do that. But how is it Wemby's fault for the rest of his team?
He got drafted there.
He just got there. How is it his fault if their team only won 20 games? Actually, it's probably his fault they won 20 instead of 10.
and they could still end up with the number 1 pick.
Yeah, they get
Crazy.
Sar. Oh,
Yeah.
big team down there.
Oh, I can't wait for that. Make sure you guys hit that like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Tune in tomorrow for Earl's show with NYG Jeffy T's 85 best friend Joe. And we are out. I'll see you guys at 8 o'clock tonight for the Knicks and Pacers. Peace out.
The brownies.